Well, our Emerald Princess vlog series is complete, and you know what that means? We're going to announce a winner today for Journey to the Secret Word.
Hi, we're Jill and Jerry, the Cruising Canucks.
And Journey to the Secret Word, for those that don't know, is a game that we play where we hide a letter, little children's wooden blocks. We hide them somewhere in our vlog, and you put together a series of letters to create a word, or in this case, 2 words for our Quebec City. Oh, did I just say the magic word?
He did. He let it out right at the get-go, and for a lot of you, it was an easy one. So yes, we did a 10-day cruise, and you had to find 2 words with a total of 10 letters.
Yeah, and so many of you did. I think of the almost 300 people, I think we only had 2 people that had the incorrect answer. And one was because they were doing it for a previous vlog series and got the right word, Ketchikan, but it was too late for the contest. But yeah, so we had almost 300 people had it correct. So we have a bunch of names that are going to go on the big wheel today that we're going to spin. Mm-hmm. And we had a great time on the Emerald Princess cruising Eastern Canada. Definitely, hopefully that came through in the vlogs. And I know a bunch of you said that you're playing along because you're going to be doing that same cruise in the future. So
for sure.
Hopefully have the good time that we did on Eastern Canada and cruising with Princess and on the Emerald specifically.
Yes.
So we always have to find ways to hide the letters and ways to remember to hide the letters.
Remembering is often the challenge for us. If you've cruised along with us, which some of you have, you've seen that I often carry the letter with me all day and forget to take it out of my backpack or purse or whatever it is to make sure we hide it. So anyways, because we're just so busy having a good time on a cruise ship that we forget that we're actually there vlogging and we have to remember to do that.
Yeah, so what we're going to do first before we get to spinning the big wheel and seeing who the winner is. So there's going to be semi-finalists and then a finalist. So we're going to spin the wheel several different times because we had so many people join. Mm-hmm. But first we're going to go through, because each letter kind of has its own story as to us hiding it and how it ended up there, and sometimes there's a little bit of a backstory. Today's backstory on the very first letter is interesting in the fact that we actually didn't hide a letter on the first day. We forgot to. We had such a good time. It was such a unique cruise with the first day not leaving port that we simply forgot to hide the letter.
Yeah, embarkation days generally can be very busy days when you're trying to get your luggage and get it unpacked and all organized. And yeah, we might have forgot to grab a letter and go out and about with it that day.
Yeah, we were supposed to be hiding the letter I on the first day, which you did see in the first vlog through the miracle of editing.
Thank God we can edit, right?
So what we ended up doing is I thought on the second day, where did we go on the first day that I could hide a letter and make it look like it was the first day? And at the back of the ship with the aft pool, we were walking around up above it there. And I thought, let's put on the railing here. It looks like it did yesterday. We were here and we'll film it. And that was actually day 2 when you saw the day 1 letter.
Mm-hmm. There you go. A little bit of the behind the scenes stuff that goes on with Cruising Canucks. Oh my memory is not so great.
That was the I. So then on day 2, for real, we did actually hide the letter.
We did.
And we hid that. It was a
in the
B.
wheelhouse?
Yeah, it was
right?
it was a B. It was in the Wheelhouse Bar when we were listening to one of the bands play.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it was sitting there right in front of a couple of drinks that we had on the table, and we panned up to the band. So that was the B. So you had 2 letters at that point. We were back on schedule. And by the time day 3 came and we were in Saguenay, we saw something really interesting to start the day.
And we sort of tricked a lot of you or surprised a lot of you because we said to Mr. Canuck, let's hide the letter right here in this so that we can capture this experience for everybody.
Yeah, so the letter, what was it? The letter E appeared like in the first couple minutes of the video. Some people were shocked because I don't think we've ever done a letter that early in the video.
No, we haven't.
And hopefully you kept on watching it later in the video because it was a great time. But yes. Yeah, that's where you found the letter E on day 3. So on day 4, we had a sea day.
We did.
And we were poking around the ship, checking all the different things, and we came across this little pop-up bar by Princess Live.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, Mrs. Canuck had this custom-made margarita.
Salted
watermelon
margarita with fresh watermelon in it. It was really tasty.
So that's where we hid the letter T sitting there on the bar.
Yeah.
So that was the 4th letter on day 4. And day 5, we were in Prince Edward Island. Ooh. And that's where we hid the E. Do you remember where we hid it?
I do not.
It was another one that was early in the day. And we hid this one. We were having breakfast in the piazza, and it was hidden underneath the donut.
Yes. Now I remember that. Mm-hmm. And some of you even messaged and said you saw it for a sneak peek even prior to that, because as I took it out of my purse to get it ready for Mr. Canuck to film, it there was a brief moment that it was on camera again, but it was just the one letter you needed to find.
And the next day we were in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and what's the most prominent thing at the port of Sydney?
The violin.
The big fiddle.
The big fiddle.
Not the
Sorry.
violin.
Okay, sorry, it's a fiddle.
And by the big fiddle, we hid the letter C, sitting there. Mrs. Canuck was holding it right in front of the big fiddle. I would have liked to have got it on the big fiddle, but they don't really encourage you to get up that close to it.
No.
Or climb it.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
And on day 7, we were in Halifax. And we hid the letter later in the day after we got back from Halifax. We went and had a very unique for us dinner adventure, unexpected, because we weren't sure we were going to get in. And that was at the Salty Dog Gastropub.
Yes.
And that's where we hid the letter Y. So on day 8, it was another C day, and it was formal night.
Formal night, yes.
Yes, and we hid the letter C as we were at our favorite bar on the Emerald Princess, which was Adagio.
Yes.
We had it sitting there as we were having, I believe, pre-dinner cocktails.
Yeah.
Day 9, we were in St. John, New Brunswick.
Oh, yes.
And we went and we walked and walked and walked to see the famous reversing falls. It was moving water, that's for sure. We had a bit of a chuckle. We got our steps in that day.
We did.
We had a chance to explore the other part of St. John's. But when we were at the reversing falls, we hid the letter U. So that was the 9th letter. It was sitting there just on the railing. We were afraid it was going to fall off and go into the gorge where the water was, but it managed to hang on just long enough for us to film it. Day 10.
The last day of the cruise.
It was a sea day. Mm-hmm. We did a bunch of fun things that day, and one of the things we did was eat and eat. And
always a lot of food with
we came back to our room, and tea time was already been dropped off for us. There was piles and piles of food there, more than we could possibly eat.
So much food, and we told them it was only for 2 people, but they definitely gave us enough for like 4 or 6.
Yeah, so you saw in the piles of food there, the letter Q was sitting there on top of all, they looked like room service dishes that was actually part of our tea time that had been delivered to our cabin.
That's right.
So that was all 10 letters. And we unscrambled them all. They spelled Quebec City.
Yeah.
So now let's get down to seeing who's going to win that level 8 piece of luggage.
All right. Are you ready to spin the wheel for the first round?
For sure. And a special thanks to level 8 for providing the luggage. It's a piece of carry-on luggage. And we're very excited. Level 8 is still sponsoring this contest. We've done, I've lost track of how many of these contests.
It's been quite a few.
It's been well over a year and a half now, and they continue to help provide the winning prize to the lucky person that we draw on the wheel. So
yes.
Thank you to level 8, and also thank you to everybody for playing. The contest is literally at this point had thousands of entries over the last year and a half.
Yeah, for sure. We're definitely very proud of this little side game that we have going on in our vlogs, and how well that you guys have all received it. And we enjoy doing it when we remember to do it, obviously.
Yep. And we often get some strange looks from people when they see us pull out these little letters and wonder why we have a letter sitting on the table sometimes in restaurants and different places we go.
Yeah, I literally just had a waiter ask on the last cruise, is that a toy block you have? A letter?
Okay, so let's spin the wheel now. We're actually going to spin the wheel 7 different times.
Wow.
We are going to do 6 spins to find the finalists that we're going to do on the 7th spin. We have so many names that we couldn't see people's names on the big wheel, so I thought I'd break it up, and I think it's around groups of 45 people. So first names and last initial.
So we'll have 6 semi-finalists.
Yes.
Say that 6 times fast.
And then when we get to the 7th spin, then those 6 people are going to be in the wheel 6 times, and you'll see your name spinning around if you're one of those lucky finalists.
All right, let's get going to this.
Okay, so first we're going to spin the big wheel for the first spin, and here we go.
All right, it's spinning.
Round and round it goes.
Okay.
And slowing down.
And the first finalist is Chris.
Chris D is the first finalist that's going to make it to the final spin.
All right.
And here we go. We're going to spin the wheel a second time now.
All right, let's spin the wheel.
And here it goes.
Spinning.
Round and round it goes.
Okay, slowing down here.
And looks like it's
Diane.
Diane C is the next semi-finalist.
All right.
And here we go. We're going to spin that wheel a third time now.
Okay, let's go. Number 3.
Spinning around.
It's going.
Starting to slow down. And it's almost there. And it stops on Jean L, or Jeannie L, I guess it is. So there we go. We now have 3 people. Chris, Diane, and Jeannie, I think is how you say it.
Yes.
And the 4th spin now. here we go. We'll put the names back on the board, and here we go.
Spinning.
Round and round it goes. Starting to slow down.
And it's Linda.
Linda F. is the fourth person that's made it into the finals. And here we go for spin number 5.
Spinning around.
Round and round it goes. Who's it going to stop on? Slowing down.
And
The winner is Ming F.
oh, wow.
So there we go. That's 5 people now that made it to the finals.
All right, one more spin before we get to the final one.
Yep, 6th time. Here we go. Let's spin the wheel the 6th time.
All right, it's spinning.
Round and round it goes. One last chance. And slow down.
And
Sharon W. is the last person to make it into the finals.
All right, so we're going to take all of those 6 names and put them on the wheel. They'll be on the wheel how many times, Rena?
6 times each.
6 times 6.
All those 6 people are on there 6 times. Everybody's got all the same number on all their different name places around the wheel.
All right.
And so here we go. This is for the finals. The winner of this draw is going to win the level 8 carry-on luggage.
All right, the final spin. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Round and round it goes. It's going. Who's it going to be? Who's going to win that luggage? Slowing down.
Oh.
And the winner is...
Oh.
Jeannie L is the winner. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes, we have a winner for level 8. Jeannie L has won that level 8 luggage and is the winner of the 6 finalists. So,
well, congratulations.
yes, congratulations to the other 5 that almost got there.
So close.
We've had people that have watched the wheel and gotten so close so many times, and many of you played this contest over and over again. So eventually it's going to be your turn.
Keep playing.
Exactly. So yeah, we're going to reach out to Jeannie and let her know that she has won the luggage, and then we're going to start playing this game all over again.
Yes.
We are on the Sun Princess for our next vlog.
That's right. And it will be a 7-day cruise, so 7 vlogs. So that you're looking for one word that is 7 letters long.
For sure. So thanks everybody again for playing, and watch for the next Sun Princess vlog, and maybe it'll be your chance to win that level 8 luggage. Thanks everybody.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.